call the regular board meeting to order. If you will, we ask you to stand for the prayer and the pledge. Mr. Alan Morgan is going to lead us in the prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come to this time. We are so thankful for your love, your mercy, God, your many blessings. God, we thank you, Lord God, for this day that you've given us. Lord, we pray that you just bless us this day, Lord God. Bless the board members, Lord, to make the best decisions for the county, Lord, and the employees and the students, Lord. In Christ's name, we ask and pray.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, well, thank you everyone for coming out. This time we'll ask the superintendent for her update.
Yes, sir. Can I get someone to get the lights, please? And we'll go ahead and start with the, and if you'll turn these on right up here. Thank you. All right. As you can see, we have our wonderful darlings from pre-K enjoying the summer pre-K program, learning lots and getting ready for kindergarten. Next slide, please. You can see we've got employees across the system making our schools look great. Lots of cleaning up and getting ready for the new year. Our next one is some professional learning meetings as well as meetings at school. You can see that even a lot of people's perception are that teachers are off for the summer, but many times they come back to us for meetings and for training. Next, we have some of our folks here and some bookkeepers from the schools taking care of business, working hard. I appreciate all of those hardworking employees. And here we have a slide, and this is just a small glimpse of some opportunities that are offered to kids. We have a lot more sports and other clubs that also involve kids during the year, but here's a snapshot of some events that have already happened this summer. And I have to let Miss Laura brag on this one. Miss Laura, tell us about that summer feeding program that's going so well. And if that middle picture there doesn't just grab your heart, then I don't think you have one.
Summer feeding is going great. We're feeding over 1,000 kids a day between the buses. You know, we can do community outreach with Vacation Bible School, so a lot of our churches are utilizing us for that. The picture that you saw of the camps, our school system is utilizing us for their camps. We're right in the middle of baseball camp right now. We're feeding lots of kids great food. Dee does a phenomenal job.
Yes,
we have 4 boys. If y'all get a chance, go by there. They are amazing. I had to brag on them because they are doing a great job. We are doing the Books on the Bus again. This is our 3rd year. And we've kind of upped the ante this year. They get prizes each week if they turn in their reading log. And a bus driver had a suggestion for us this year, said, you know, you give prizes out, you know, from drawings at the end of June and the end of July, but why not do a drawing from each bus so every bus will have a winner? And so that's what we're doing this year. Each bus will have a winner in June and July from drawing from their reading logs. So it's going great. If y'all want to ride the bus, let me know. We'll take the trip around the county and serve lunch.
I just want to brag about the guys and Miss Dee working the school nutrition program and our transportation department, the teamwork that goes on to pull that off and make it such a success during the summer. All right, next. Okay, it's time to go over, since we'll be doing the second budget hearing tonight, I want to give just a small presentation on the budget. And again, this was done at the called meeting as well. This is the second budget hearing. All right, next slide. As you can see from the different FY17 QB, FY17, 18, and 19 QBE monies that are listed up there, you can see the steady increase that the state has given us the past few years. The difference between FY18 and FY19 QBE money is $914,220. So that's how much additional money the state will be sending us for FY19 compared to last year. Next slide. And then you have the question, well, what do we have to do with the extra money? The first thing that we have to do with the extra money is make sure that we cover all of our employees' TRS increase. It's going from 16.81% for the employer share to 20.9%. Now, the state does send us, a large part of that 900,000 that you just saw is for that increase. So the state does send us the bulk of the money. Then, of course, our parapros and some of our locally employed employees, we make sure that we take care of that as well with the money. All right, we're also want to commend our board for making sure that we are adding even additional safety for the upcoming school year. Some of the austerity cut money in that increase, we're going to be using for additional SROs. We will have one at the middle school, one at Hoboken, one to be shared between the MPS-NES campus, and one to be shared between WPS and AES campuses. In addition to the school safety resource officers, we're also going to have some additional safety resources, some training in place, and fencing where needed to make our school sites safer. Additionally, with some of that extra money, we have added to the maintenance and operation budget enough money to pave the parking lot at Nahunta Primary School. We're very excited about that project that's underway. With that project, we'll also have to add some awning and sidewalk. And that money, again, has been budgeted in the FY19 budget with some of that additional money. We'll also buy stands and covers for the baseball, softball field. You know, we're redoing the concession stand bathroom complex, so we'll have new stands there with covers, and that also takes care of a standing cover at the tennis courts. All right, so the difference between state money and increase in the budget, we're getting an additional $914,220, and the increase to the FY19 budget is $889,000. So again, a large part of that $889,000 is that TRS increase, along with those other projects I mentioned. So we did increase our budget, but not even as much as the extra money that they're giving us. All right, so there's our FY19 recommended budget, $29,880,426. And that concludes my update.
Right. At this time, is there any public participation? Hearing none, we'll move right along. Approval of the agenda. Need a motion to approve the agenda
Motion.
and a second.
I'll second.
Any additions, corrections to the agenda? We need to add that action item 727.
I think she did it right before the...
Is it already on there? Okay. All right. Any other questions? Hearing none, Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Disposition of the minutes on page 3. Get a motion to accept the minutes
Motion.
and a second.
I'll second it.
Any corrections, changes to the minutes? Hearing none, Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Monthly financial reports on page 21 in your book. Need a motion to accept the monthly financial reports for May.
Motion.
And a second.
I'll make it second.
Any discussion on the financial reports for May? Hearing none. Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. School financial reports on page 34. Get a motion to accept the school financial reports for April.
I'll make a motion.
And a second.
Second.
Any discussion on the April financial reports? Hearing none. Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. SPLOST revenue report on page 111 in the book. You want to read that?
Revenue was $100,255.95. Tax collection was $38,438.40 for a total of $138,694.35. My only encouragement is, I know we're all going on vacation, but buy all your supplies local before you go on vacation.
Thank you. That does not require a vote. Action items.
Yes, sir. I'd like to recommend to approve the FY19 budget for $29,880,426 as presented.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 11, I recommend to approve the school nutrition program FY19 budget of $2,347,120 as presented.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 12, I recommend to approve the small wares bid from Manning Brother for $9,179.89 as presented.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
This and several of the next ones are just those yearly bids that we need to do for school nutrition.
Okay. Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 13, the milk contract. I recommend to approve the milk contract from Mayfield Dairy Farms as presented.
Here's the superintendent's recommendation. Judge.
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
That is milk and ice cream, right? Milk and ice cream.
No, ma'am. It's only
But we
milk
get
for
the
school
ice cream
nutrition.
from
Right,
Mayfield.
and the principals, I think, handle the ice
Okay.
cream.
Each individual school does?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we sell ice cream at the high school,
No, ma'am.
middle school?
Not that I know of. I think ROTC might have at the end of the year. Do they? Okay.
Okay.
They started last year.
But it's like a principal fundraiser.
Any other discussion? Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 14, bread contract. I recommend to approve the bread contract from Flowers Bakery as presented.
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Okay, action item 15 will be the paper chemicals contract for school nutrition. I recommend to approve the paper chemical contract from the following vendors: Williams Institutional Foods, Suncoast Paper, and Pineland as presented.
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Next action item, number 16, I recommend to approve the renewal of the sanitation contract from SFS PAC as presented.
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 17, I recommend to approve piggybacking on the Carrollton City School Nutrition Commodity Process bid as presented.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
I'll second. Go ahead, Ms. Teresa. Ms. Teresa, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 18, I recommend to approve the bid of $32,849 to purchase a truck for the maintenance department.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 19, I recommend to approve the bid of $3,799.99 from Northern Tool and Equipment to purchase a hot water pressure washer for the transportation department.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 20, I recommend to approve the purchase of 2 school buses from Yancey Bus Sales the price not to exceed $183,000 for the 2 buses.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? We got the great news today that the state's given
Yes.
us,
Yes.
154,400 of that.
Towards these 2 buses, correct.
That's excellent news. Any other discussion? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
All right, action item 21, mobile bus lift. I recommend to approve the purchase of a mobile bus lift from Gray Manufacturing, the cost not to exceed $31,800.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Number 22, calculators for Brantley County High School. I recommend to approve the bid of $15,709.20 from EAI Education to purchase 120 graphing calculators and 16 scientific calculators.
Here's
Make a
Motion.
motion. Or second.
Teresa, motion, Carey a second. Any discussion?
I just like,
Go ahead.
this is going to be part of their high school instructional money. The reason we're voting on it is because it goes over the $3,000 amount. So it's part of his instructional funds.
How often do we have to buy these?
It has been a while. Mr. Cummins can probably help us out there since he was high school principal. Did we even buy any during your whole tenure?
No,
No.
Yeah.
not the graphic calculators. We bought some of the, next step down.
The scientific,
Yeah.
yeah.
Any other
So
discussion?
they last a long time, Miss Brenda.
Any other discussion? Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
All right, action item 23, interactive screen boards for Brantley County High School. I recommend to approve the bid of $7,037.98 to purchase 2 interactive screen boards for Brantley County High School.
Here's the superintendent's recommendation. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Where will these be placed? Do you know?
I remember one teacher's room was Tara Tyler's room, and I'll have to ask about the second teacher's room. Do you know Mr. Allen? No? Okay, anyway, and these are the interactive boards that we discussed, and Mr. Allen can help me out there, that replace like your smart boards or interactive boards that also take a projector, and he's also using instructional money to purchase this.
And Tara Tyler teaches what?
U.S. history,
History.
and maybe possibly considered for economics this year. I'll have to check, but social studies.
Any other discussion? Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Next action item, our number 24, I recommend to approve the 5-year local facilities plan agreement as presented.
Motion.
And a
And
second?
second.
Any discussion?
This is just an agreement with the State Department of Education employee, Mr. Leonard McCoy, for us to begin the process of developing the 5-year facilities plan. It's time to do that again. And he's the same consultant that was used last time Brantley County did this 5 years ago. Probably so.
Any other discussion? Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
All right, action item 25, Blackboard Community Engagement Solution. I recommend to approve the bid of $14,806 from Blackboard for Blackboard Community Engagement Solution. The Community Engagement Solution will include advanced website hosting, a notification system, a mobile app, and student data integration.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 26, Odyssey Ware Online Learning System. I recommend to approve the bid of $25,300 from Odyssey Ware for Odyssey Ware Online Learning System for Brantley County High School. The system will be used primarily in the alternative schools, serving both middle and high school students. and credit repair recovery labs. However, the flexibility of this system will also allow for all teachers to supplement their curriculum.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 27, warehouse propane forklift. I recommend to approve the bid of $17,475 from McKinnon Equipment and Services to purchase a warehouse propane forklift for the maintenance department.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Need executive session for personnel?
Yes, sir.
Need a-
Motion?
And a second? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Brenda.
Ma'am.
Out of executive session with no action taken. I need a motion to come out of executive
Motion to
session.
come out.
And a
second.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
All right, I'd like to ask the board to accept the following resignation. Megan May, teacher at Atkinson Elementary School.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I'd like to make the following recommendations. Christy Lee, special ed teacher at Nahuna Primary School. Amber Green, assistant principal RTI coordinator at Waynesville Primary School. And Dylan Lee, social studies teacher at Brantley County High School.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following addendums. Jay Messenger, assistant football coach, Brantley County Middle School. Amy Cummings, student success coach.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Any other business? Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
A
And
second? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yep.
Chair votes yes. Hold it, Carey.